Battle Talks. This week we have Tyquan Lewis, who's a native of Tarboro, North Carolina, member of the Indianapolis Colts, number 94. What's going on, man?
What's happening, man? Appreciate you having me on.
No problem, bro. No problem at all. So, whoever, if anybody's new to the podcast, I'm a native of Tarboro, North Carolina also. So, me and Tyquan went to the same high school, Tarboro High School. Won a couple titles there. You have what? Three. Yeah, you got three.
Yeah.
I got one. So we had started everything off. But yeah, man, we could get into a little bit about who you are. Growing up. I know your mom's. Great people. A couple of brothers. Just give me a little background about your upbringing in Tarboro, man. How was it for you?
Right, man. Tarboro. I came to Tarboro. Freshman year of high school. Before that, I was in Scotland Neck, Tilly area, Halifax County. So, it was different. It was good. It was good athletics out there, but it wasn't like Tarboro, So when I got there, everything just started taking off for me even more. And it's just a time where you can be appreciative of everything. I wouldn't say you don't have much, but you make the most out of what you got there.
Yeah. Tarboro is not too much of a difference, really, but
right.
There's more than what you had, in your previous situation. So,
right.
So then coming up, through high school, what kind of was a thing where you kind of figured out okay, football might be my thing. When was around the time you figured it out?
Oh man, I think I figured that out maybe 7th grade, when I first started getting serious about it. And then when I got to high school, it was if you put in the work, you see you see yourself, to Kobe, you see guys like that, and then you see the coaches coming to Coach Craddock's office asking about players and stuff. He was man, if I get this down pat and I figure it out, you could go places, So that's the way I took it. I just took it and ran with it.
And then even from there, I thought it was honestly play basketball. People don't really know you was, you was hooping too. So
right.
I thought you was gonna take that route, to be honest. But after I graduated, I saw football where you was focused at. I remember y'all played in Winston. I think I was a junior, senior. Y'all played at Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Carver. Y'all played at Winston that year, and I was there that game. But yeah, man.
Yeah, that was my sophomore year.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I was. I think I was freshman, sophomore at Winston.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I want to get into just more of some of your experiences outside of that. I think a lot of people see guys like you or just people playing in the league. They thinking man, I could do that. I don't think people really understand the outside world of dealing with it. Coming through school, coming through college. So went to Ohio State University. Big time football. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Won Defensive Player of the Year 2016.
Yeah.
So what were some of your biggest obstacles to come going through college, going through especially a big university like Ohio State? What was some stuff you had to really get through?
Oh man, first was just wrapping your mind around leaving North Carolina, going 10, 11 hours away, not knowing what's about to happen. It's you put this plan in perspective, all right, I get there, you a freshman, but you got all these other dudes on campus, you got 5-star recruits, Urban Meyer is your head coach, it's one of the most prestigious schools in America. Dang, I'm at Ohio State, but it was tough. Ohio State probably the hardest thing any athlete I think could ever go through. Weight room, school wise, those two together, and then dealing with the coaches and stuff, it's definitely the hardest thing you ever go through. I'm not just saying at Ohio State that's the hardest, but that's just my personal experience and seeing other schools. Coach Meyer, he was real tough on us, man. but it like he bred champions and we won championships. So I mean, you can't complain. But like it's like that freshman year though, you coming in and it's just rough, you know. Like it's a whole new environment, a whole new game, but it's still the game of football at the end of the day. But like it's just the other thing, the outside noise that you got to deal with. You got to battle with, like, you know, people telling you what you can and can't do. You know, you got to deal with like schoolwork, like, you know, sometimes college schoolwork, depending on your major, is tougher than any other thing you learn. Like, you could probably just, like, if you like a communication major or something, you could just throw it, whatever you learned in high school out because it's not going to apply no more. Like, you got to deal with that. And, like, and it's like, you get a little more freedom to, like, the outside world. And, like you got, that's where you, like, really trying to find yourself amongst all these people. And, like, Columbus is the 15th largest city in America, I think. So like you trying to find yourself in like a big city,
Yeah, I think that was like even me, like my first year too, like in Winston, man. I was like, man, listen. I remember waking up like when we started 5 a.m. practice, like the next year. So first of all, that was something that came like I never got up there early for anything outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that was totally.
right.
But then, like, just having to, like, mentally prepare for stuff, and then, like you said, going to college in general, like, high school education, like, I really threw all that stuff out the window. It really didn't matter. Training, workout, film, all that good stuff, like, it was just a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I just remember, like, one of my first practices, like, practicing so much, like, I had blisters on my feet, like, that first week, man. It was insane, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing how much practice we had to do, like, it's a next level.
Bro. And then it's like 3 hours worth of practice. You like, how? Like, and you only play, you get to college and you like, I'm only playing one side of the ball. How is practice this long?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how it was, bro. But, you know what I mean? Coming out and then, you know, like going through that. And like I said, like battling, like your family. So, like, you was a lot further than me. I was only 2.5 hours away. So, for me, I could kind of visit every once in a while, like all season, like see my mom and them. Like what was the struggle like that for you? Like trying to see, like, your family, your mom and brothers and stuff.
Man, that was probably, like, the toughest thing. Like, being away from everybody and everything, like, especially, like, my family and the food. Family and food, those are the two most things I miss the most, you know. It was like, you got your ups and downs. Like, that first, I say, like, that first month, the first 2 months is, like, it's cold. It's just cold. Like, it's a different type of cold, you know, like, and you up there, you like by yourself, but like that's just like the mental aspect of it though. Like, that's like the human element. Like, you can let the cold affect you, like your mindset and things like that. But like, you know, when you got like a goal in mind, you just keep going. Like, I didn't really try to like think about it. Like, I would talk to my mom, and I would talk to like my brothers and stuff, but I would just tell myself, like, I just gotta keep going, you know, like every day I'll just be like, man, you know, just go. You just gotta go to work. And like half the time, like at school, you probably, I was up like you said, I was up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I was working out. But my day went over to about 10 o'clock, you know, because we had tutoring until 10. As a freshman, you like, dang, I don't get out tutoring until 10. So by the time you get on the phone and talk to anybody, everybody in bed.
Yeah, listen, that was, man, when I found out we had to take, like, freshmen, regardless of whatever you had going on, freshmen automatically had study hall. It don't matter what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can come in with a 4.0. It don't matter. You going to study hall, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was the biggest thing. Like, people are like, oh, you get up early. Oh, I get up early too. But you get home like 5, you know what I'm saying? 6, 7.
Right.
I'm finishing. I got a 6 o'clock class. I'm just going to a 6 o'clock class.
I'm just like, I'm just getting out of class, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done for the day.
Man, listen, coming out at 7:38. So like I said, like get majored, and I'm like an IT, so I'm MIS major. So we you know, I'm programming classes, so it's hard. I'm exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to focus on schoolwork, I'm like, man, I'm just trying to stay awake. Like, I'm trying to
Right.
remember.
Like I'm just trying to get through the day.
And
Man.
it was crazy. I don't think people really see that life a lot, but you know, it is what it is. So
Fact.
after that, you get drafted 2018. What kind of shifted your mindset to know like, well, first of all, that you was going to be in the draft, and then second of all, that like, okay, this really happening. Like, when that really hit you?
Uh I say like 2016 was the first time like I knew like I was gonna get drafted, and I just knew I was gonna get drafted high like after 2016. You know, like when I won the award, like I had shoulder surgery. You know, I was down for like 6 months, 7 months or whatever. But like I was like, when I get back, like I'm just like keep working through it. Like whatever I go through, I'm just you know what I'm saying, keep going. And I was just like, dang, if I have another year like I did last year, I I probably entered the draft. So I went out. I basically had like almost identical stats as the same year, and I was just thinking like, should I leave or should I stay? You know, like I waited till the last day, like to declare, and I was like, I'm gonna just stay for my senior year. Like I don't know what it was, but like something was just telling me like just stay one more year. Like you know, like it was like mainly it was like it was the people I was around, like my roommate, like all of us. It was just real tight. You know, like I mean the money. Like in my mind, I was like the money gonna be there. Like I was like I already put out enough good film. Like everybody knows what I could do. So it's like you can't replace the memories though, you know. So that's how I was thinking. Like I don't know, like I truly love my college experience. I love playing for Coach Meyer. Like I love playing at Ohio State. Like and like, bro, it's when you could go to the league. Like you know, it's like you gonna take advantage of it, but at the same time, like you don't want to miss no opportunity for like special moments. So like that's the way I took it, and like going into it, like 2018, I was just like, you know, you're gonna get drafted. You're gonna get drafted pretty high. Like, and the thing about getting drafted then was the competition level was so like high at my position. Cause it was me, Sam Hubbard, Jalen Holmes, Chase Young, Nick Bosa, you know, like Joey Bosa. I'm like, you know, you competing every day with the same guys, and you like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go out there and show out. And I'm just like, you know, 7, 8 sacks a year, like, you know, like that'll get you where you need to be. And like I just came, like I was just like, all right, it's my last year, and I was just like, shoot, you just gotta put it all on the floor now. So, and that's like when I knew I was gonna get drafted high, it was like right after the Senior Bowl. I went to the Senior Bowl, and like I just killed my interviews and stuff. And then I had another setback at the combine when I caught the flu. And like I caught the flu at the combine, and I was just like, dang, I can't believe I like had this setback or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was probably like my lowest moment. Like we about to get, I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to get drafted, and I done caught the flu. I can't talk to nobody. You know, you can't even participate because you like, I'm so sick, man. So I'm like, it's cool. You know, I'll make up for it at pro day, get the pro day and just kill it. So and then after that, the
Yeah,
rest is history.
I didn't even know you had caught the flu. Didn't come out. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. That's like the
Like,
worst. I feel you on that. I'd probably be like, man, look, this can't even be happening right now.
I'm telling you, man. Well, I swear I thought I was dying too, but I was like, I was just like sitting there, and I was just like laying in bed wondering like, this can't be real life. Like, I'm like, dog, I know I ain't this sick now.
Yeah.
Temperature was like 102, 100 something, and like I just couldn't stop coughing. I was just like, dang, this can't be real, man.
Yeah, I know. So I know after that, and then so like going to the league, like I've seen it. Like obviously I didn't play, but like just seeing going through that, I think a lot of people get it misconstrued with like, oh, you're in the field, like you get these millions of dollars off the top. Like, I think people really forget about like, you know, taxes like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like taxes, y'all have agents, y'all got like, all these fees and stuff
You
that
gotta pay all these people.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying? So I think people just be like, oh yeah, they'll Google, he gonna get 25, like, nah, it ain't gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the
Nah.
situation is. It ain't like that. You know what I mean? I think that is one thing, and then also like you gotta get fined. So I didn't learn this until probably like my senior year. We played in the Cleveland Brown Stadium. I think 2013, 2014. But I noticed they had like signs of like requirements for like socks and
Right.
all this stuff about like getting fined. So I'm like, yo, like, it's really that strict? Like, is it really that strict though? Like,
Man, every week is something. Like, I know I got fined last week for roughing the passer. So that's probably like 20K, 15K. But hopefully, like, we could appeal it. Cause I like, I don't know, man. That stuff start adding up, man. You know?
Real. Listen, I mean, it make a different type of discipline in you too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I could get this extra shot in, but you know what?
Right. You start making business decisions on the field. You like, I don't know if that's worth it, you know? Like, man, it's playing with your money, man. And then, like you said, them taxes hurt. So you go play in like New York, like your check could go from 40K to 20 something quick, you know. So like, man, them taxes they definitely hit different. I say that. Like I don't like them. Like they take too much.
So to get outside of football a little bit. So the election just passed. What was your thoughts about everything going on? How do you feel about all that going on?
Oh man, it was great. I feel like it was just a great thing for like everybody like who was an advocate to just get out and vote. Like as far as like everybody using their voice, but like politics, I never really got into them, you know. But it was like this year was a bit different with everything like going on as far as like race and like just people in general, like society in general. Like it's just crazy because like, you know, it's like, all right, you got this guy in office, and then like you got the person he's running against who's like, I mean, I don't even know how to say it, like as far as if he's good or what, because like I'm like I never really paid attention to this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like I know he was like in office with Obama, but like it's just hard. Like so, I just never really got into it. I just was like, I'm gonna just make sure I use my right to vote. Like I'm gonna exercise my right to vote. So that was the main thing I did. Like I just focused on voting, and like I like went instead of like the presidential race and things like that. Like I mainly looked at like as far as like the like new laws and things in like North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So like that was my biggest thing.
Yeah, like the local, that was a big thing. Like I know a couple people I know, like friends of mine, just advocating for like really the local elections. Like we talk about the presidential.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we still have to work on like these districts, like the governor, like you know what I'm saying? Like all of
Right.
that.
Like
It
you
works.
voting not just for like a president, but like you know what I'm saying? Like the people in your state, like
Yeah.
you trying to change that too. So like that's what I did. And I mean I don't, even though I don't like live in North Carolina full time, like I still think like Roy Cooper was like I think he did a good job, especially like with the whole pandemic going on. I feel like he like some people like I guess I see like a lot of people arguing like, oh, he's slowing down the economy and stuff, but like I mean he's just trying to protect people. I feel like so.
Yeah. I think he definitely doing a good job. Like I said, I think we probably gonna get pushed back too, like with COVID. And going back to the phase, I think the election was a lot going on right now. So like I said, he did a good
Right.
like phasing out stuff and making sure people were somewhat, restricted on what they could do and being out and large crowd gatherings, stuff like that. Um,
Right.
I want to say what a year or two ago, it was a big thing in the fair. Everybody was getting their cleats done of different things that they were standing for. And I know you did Alzheimer's.
Right.
What was your reason for doing that?
So a lot of people, like, I was real close to my great grandma, you know, growing up, and I lived with her like majority of my life, like before like I got to Tarboro and stuff. So it was like she suffered from dementia. So, you know, and like sometimes she would call me like her youngest son, instead of by my name. So like that's when like I first like noticed like it was a change in her behavior. So, you know, like I decided, I was like, I'm just gonna do my cause, my cleats for Alzheimer's, because, you know, I just felt strongly about it. And after she passed, like, you know, like I witnessing it firsthand is like different than like anything else. So, you know, that was just my biggest thing, like just trying to find a cure for it. Like just thinking and like I got a nonprofit coming up soon, like, you know, it's mainly gonna be to help like younger people, like just help out more with like the older generation, you know. I mean, you still gotta give people flowers while they can still smell them, you know, and like those memories and like listening to their stories, I just take into strong consideration, because like, you know, at the end of the day, they still people. They might be older people, but like I still treat them as people, you know, like, and you know, you just gotta show your respects. So
Yeah, that's sort of hospitality thing that we all learn. You know what I mean? Just treating everybody.
right,
You know, my mom and grandma taught me the same thing. So that's just something that, like you said, that's something we do need to do more. You know, this generation is a little different with everything going on.
right,
You know, it's it's a little different, but nah, I know that's a good initiative, and to have, like you said, something to be focused on and having a real meaning behind it, because that's something you can really stand for. You know, rather than
right,
like, oh, I'm doing stuff, and, you know, this is what I'm doing, or just, you know, actually putting time and effort into it. But yeah, and outside of that, man, I know you you also have like your brand of how she gonna eat, you know what I mean, going on. So, you
yeah.
know, what's that all about too?
Oh man, so we started that like in school, you know, me and my guys, and like it turned into like this motivation thing, and everybody like in the country started using it, you know, like, and it was just crazy, like it was just hashtag how she gonna eat everywhere. So like it just started taking off. So like when we graduated, we all like came together, and like we wanted to like form this brand, like to like just have people motivated, like, you know, like how she gonna eat is like, oh, I gotta feed my family, I gotta feed my mom, you know, like how you gonna provide like with the opportunities given to you. So like it's not just like a slogan, it's more like what you gonna do to like to go out and get it, like what are you motivated by, you know, what's your why. That's the main thing. And like, you know, it started with a bunch of football players, and like now you just see like random people like just using it, like, so I mean, we kept going with it.
No, that's what's up. I seen. I was like, I thought it was like just, you know, y'all doing like a little, you know, a little brand. You know what I'm saying, like a shirt brand or something. Y'all just, you know, share like with your teammates. So everybody have like their little thing that they do. But like I said, sometimes
Right,
becoming something bigger than what it is. You know what I mean? Like just being like a group thing rather than, you know, spreading out to everybody. Um, but yeah, so I mean, what are other initiatives you have going on right now? Like outside of that, anything else you're trying to work on? I know you say you're nonprofit, but is there anything, I know like you and Todd always doing stuff like back home. I got anything
right.
for Thanksgiving or like Christmas?
I think this Christmas, we gonna do like, I think we doing like, I just had a daughter 6 months ago, so
Oh, man,
it's
correct.
like, yeah, appreciate it. So like I think I think mainly I'm just gonna like pass out like, you know, like diapers and things like that, like people who need like newborn stuff. Like, man, I didn't know, you don't know how much a baby costs until you have one, you know. So
Yeah,
I like, you know,
yeah,
people
long.
who need that extra help, I got them this holiday season.
Nah, that's what's up. I don't have any kids, so I don't really know. I saw it a little bit with my niece and like helping my sister. I was like, man, listen, like, but like thankfully she had like baby shower stuff like that stuff come in handy. Like,
Right.
I'm like, that's a lot of Pampers, and I'm thinking I'm thinking it's too much for real. You know what I mean? But
That's what I'm saying. And they grow so fast, man. So it's like, dang, like, you people done bought all these Pampers and like a month go by and like you like, man, you gotta get some bigger Pampers already, So
yeah,
I don't think people like think like that. So you gotta take all of that into consideration.
no, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. But yeah, man, that's pretty much most of the interviews, pretty much what I have for you. Anything else you want
Gotcha.
to kind of get out there and, let people know what you got going on and, social media, anything like that?
Man, I mean, that's it for me, I'm just a low key dude, man. I'm just out here trying to work, man.
Yeah, I know you all about your business. You doing what you're doing and getting out the way, man. So,
Yeah.
taking out time to hop on the call with me, man. I know you got a busy schedule.
Oh man, ain't no problem. So
Hey,
anytime, man.
and you balling out too, man. Keep doing your thing.
I
Y'all boys
got you.
good. Y'all boys looking good out there.
Appreciate it, man. We got Aaron Rodgers this week though, so
Okay.
Green Bay, we gotta go out there and get this one. That's a big one.
I'm gonna tune in
Right.
for you, man. I'm tuned in.
Bet. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you having me on. Have you on.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right.
All right, bro.